Stephen, quite an incredible result, not just given the two teams that are playing today, but the weather conditions as well. Just give us your take on our draw with Fraserburgh.
I think both teams deserve credit for being able to play a game of football in those conditions, because they were difficult. The wind was severe, and there's an argument to say it probably spoiled what could have been a really good spectacle. But I think both teams gave everything they had. It was difficult playing with the wind at your back, and even more difficult playing into it. But I thought we played really well. I thought we defended excellently as a back three for large parts of the game. I think we restricted Fraserburgh to very few chances in the second half, and I always felt that playing into the wind, that if we can get the ball down and get our ball carrying players on it like Tony and then Buncey and Maxie, when they came on, that we might get a chance or two, and that's how it kind of played out. And just a little bit frustrated that we didn't just get the goal that I think we deserved. I think it was quite an even contest, but I don't think Fraserburgh would have had too many complaints if we'd maybe nicked that 1-0. But it was a tough afternoon, as these games always are. But the wind made it very, very difficult.
Talk us through that change of shape. Was it to kind of limit, as you said, Fraserburgh's attacks, or was it kind of just due to what personnel was available?
No, it was just I felt that the last few games, because our fullbacks are very offensive minded, which we want them to be, sometimes we can leave our two centre backs a little bit exposed. So I wanted the three central defenders in there to give us a little bit more protection, and then equally I wanted to go with the two strikers to give us a bit more options and a little bit more, give Fraserburgh something else to think about, because most teams will think of us as playing with the lone striker. So yeah, there was a couple of reasons why we did it, and I thought the boys adapted really well. I'm happy that we've been able to keep a clean sheet, particularly in the second half with the swirling wind and some of their set plays, and I thought we managed the conditions as best we could. So to keep a clean sheet is a huge positive for us for sure. We've not kept one in a while, and I think if we show that sort of level of energy and appetite like we did today, everyone showed it, which was great, then we'll not be far away.
A standout performer was Ross Draper up against one of the league's tough strikers in Scott Barber. He handled him very well, kind of nullified him to not really much, maybe a handful of touches. How pleased were you with your centre-half display? Yeah,
and that's why we've signed Drapes for games like this, because we know how tough an opponent Scott Barber is, and he's hurt us already this season at Belsley, and like you said, I don't think he had a huge impact in the game, which doesn't happen very often. I think there's two occasions we've played Fraserburgh where Scott Barber's been taken off within the 90 minutes, and that was the cup final, and then again today. So that's credit to Drapes, and like I said, that's why we signed him, because he's got that physicality, he can manage the game well, and I thought, yes, you're under pressure because of the conditions in the second half, but I thought to a man we stood up and were counted and won our first headers, and then equally the second balls as well. So yeah, defensively good. Just would be nice if we'd taken one of those chances right at the end.